Okay, hey everyone, my name is Nadif Abimodia, and right now I want to talk about social issues that happen in our country, mostly in our society. I have two social issues that I want to discuss in here, and I want to talk about in here. The first social issues that I want to talk about is violence in school, and the second social issues is drugs and alcohol abuse. So let's get started from the first, I think, alcohol and drugs issues. Okay, before we go further to the main discussion, but I want to talk about the first or the prologue from this case. And I want to talk about that there was a time in cinematic history where virtually every actor or actress was portrayed on screen with a cigarette in their hands, and it called smoking. It was implied, and also it was cool. But as a result of everyone was doing it, including kids. Yeah, kids. Well, as the awareness to the danger of smoking increase, cool images are disappeared. But unfortunately, the same can't be replaced, or the same can be said about drugs and alcohol. These vices are staples in every media, I think, but simply drinking and using alcohol are shown as being cool. And I got a survey data from internet that it said that 21% of high school seniors say they get high, and 41% of the same group report drinking alcohol. And our kids are literally moving around in an intoxicated area or intoxicated days. And immature behavior is then amplified due to being under the influence. Drunk driving, poor grades, and attendance, antisocial and violent behavior, and the list goes on. And we move to the second social issues called violence in school. Okay, violence in school, I think, happening in our country mostly because of the film that they watch. I think from the action they watch in movie or something or another social media. But first, um, I want to talk about this case. But a child's education is the foundation from which he or she will be able to go forth out into the world and build a life. Schools play a major role in this endeavor, but therefore it is reasonable to expect that these places of learning will be safe havens for the children while they are preparing for adulthood. I'm sorry, but unfortunately, this is not always the case, and in many instances, especially in low income or we call urban settings, schools can be a war zone. We are not talking about minor bullying, but rather serious violence. And consider that in the last decade, 284 kids maybe were murdered due to school violence. And these were stabbings, shootings, fightings, and also suicides. And I think I want to pray for God, and we want to protect our generation from those social issues. And if that case, or if that social issues happen in our generation again, I want the government has a solution to prevent the more action or another. Because if there is a lot of children do things like that, our country will always be the same as the past. Yeah, or maybe will be bad, or even, yeah, worse. Not the worst, but worse, only worse. And that's all I can say. I'm sorry if I had a lot of like this but I just try to keep it cool, and I just try to keep perfect, but I think it's not perfect at all. So thank you for watching. I'm sorry for all the miscommunication that I would have, and yeah, see you in the other video. Bye bye.